Hello dear followers, in this video today we will talk about the life of an architect Norman Foster. Everything you need to know, his personal life, his sayings, his architectural works, and how he made his mark among the best and a lot of information you will find with us, so do not go far, but before we start, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell to receive all our news. British architect Norman Foster, who is considered one of the most famous architects around the world with his high-accuracy designs and his futuristic outlook, one of the most important pioneers of the expressive approach in architecture and one of the first to integrate technology into construction. His designs spread around the world have authorized him to win the most important architectural award, the prestigious Pritzker Prize. Today, he has a fleet of 1,000 engineers working for his engineering company, within more than 20 offices around the world.
The life of architect Sir Norman Foster.
Norman Foster was born on June 1, 1935 in Stockport near Manchester and grew up there as a child of a working-class family in the most humble of circumstances. He dropped out of school at the age of 16, first joined the Royal Air Force as a soldier, and in 1956 began studying architecture at the School of Architecture and City Planning at the University of Manchester. Since his parents did not have the necessary funds, Foster financed his studies with odd jobs as a truck driver, ice cream seller, or bouncer. However, his extraordinary achievements during his bachelor's degree soon got him a scholarship, with the help of which he was able to complete a master's degree at Yale University in the USA in 1962. There he met Richard Rogers as well as Sue Brumwell and his future wife Wendy Cheeseman, and together they founded the studio and architecture firm Team 4 in London. After the four creatives split due to disagreements in 1967, Foster and Cheeseman formed Foster Associates, a studio that still goes by the name Foster Plus Partner, operates worldwide with over 700 employees. He is also president of the Norman Foster Foundation, which is based in Madrid and has set itself the task of promoting young up-and-coming architects. Foster's first wife, with whom he has 4 children, died of cancer in 1989, and he married designer Sabiha Rumani Malik in 1991 and then Spanish art expert and publisher Elena Ochoa in 1996, with whom he still lives today. At 87, he currently commutes between his homes in the UK, Switzerland and France. In 1990, Foster became the first architect to be knighted by the Queen. Since then he has held the title of Sir Norman Robert Foster, Baron Foster of Thames Bank. As with Walter Noel, sustainability is the guiding principle of Foster Plus Partners. Norman Foster founded the architectural office in 1967. Today Foster Plus Partners is a global studio for sustainable architecture, engineering, urban planning, and industrial design. It prioritizes looking at the environment as a whole, and takes an integrated approach in order to achieve responsible design.
One of the most famous sayings of the architect Norman Foster.
As an architect, you design for the present, with an awareness of the past, for a future which is essentially unknown. Control is the wrong word. The practice is very much about sharing, and, in any creative practice, some individuals, whether partners or directors, are much closer to certain projects than I could ever be. Everything we design is a response to the specific climate and culture of a particular place. There's a snobbery at work in architecture. The subject is too often treated as a fine art, delicately wrapped in mumbo-jumbo. In reality, it's an all-embracing discipline taking in science, art, maths, engineering, nature, politics, economics. You cannot separate the buildings out from the infrastructure of sites and the mobility of transit.
The 7 best buildings designed by the architect Norman Foster.
1. The Gherkin, 30 Street Mary Axe.
The Gherkin, formerly 30 Street Mary Axe and previously known as the Swiss Re Building, is a commercial skyscraper in London's primary financial district, the City of London. It was completed in December 2003 and opened in April 2004, with 41 floors. It is 180 meters, 591 feet, tall and stands on the sites of the former Baltic Exchange and Chamber of Shipping, which were extensively damaged in 1992 in the Baltic Exchange bombing by a device placed by the Provisional IRA in St. Mary Axe. A narrow street leading north from Leadenhall Street. After plans to build the 92-story Millennium Tower were dropped, 30 Street Mary Axe was designed by Foster Plus Partners and the Arup Group. It was built by Skanska. Construction started in 2001. The building has become a recognizable landmark of London, and it is one of the city's most widely recognized examples of contemporary architecture. It won the 2003 Emporis Skyscraper Award.
2. Reichstag Building, Norman Foster Buildings.
The transformation of the Reichstag is rooted in four related issues: the Bundestag's significance as a democratic forum, an understanding of history, a commitment to accessibility and a vigorous environmental agenda. As found, the Reichstag was mutilated by war and insensitive rebuilding. This retrofit project takes cues from the original fabric. The layers of history were peeled away to reveal striking imprints of the past, stonemasons' marks and Russian graffiti scars that have been preserved as a living museum. But in other respects it is a radical departure. Within its heavy shell it is light and transparent, its activities on view. Public and politicians enter the building together and the public realm continues on the roof, in the terrace restaurant and in the cupola, where ramps lead to an observation platform, allowing people to ascend symbolically above the heads of their representatives in the chamber. The cupola is now an established Berlin landmark. Symbolic of rebirth, it also drives the building's natural lighting and ventilation strategies. At its core is a light sculpture that reflects horizon light down into the chamber, while a sun shield tracks the path of the sun to block solar gain and glare. As night falls, this process is reversed. The cupola becomes a beacon on the skyline, signaling the vigor of the German democratic process.
3. City Hall, London.
It looks like an indented egg just off Tower Bridge. City Hall, home of the Greater London Authority, GLAA, and the Mayor of London. Designed by Sir Norman Foster, the building opened in 2002 and has since become another landmark in London. Located right on the south bank of the River Thames, which is ideal for a stroll or just strolling along the riverbank. Incidentally, here on the bank you also have a good view over the river to the tower and the skyline of London. In front of and to the side of City Hall is a little space to sit and relax, and in the immediate vicinity is a small amphitheater, the Scoop. The oval shape is not only an eye-catcher and special feature, but is also intended to significantly increase the energy efficiency of the building. The shape reduces the surface of the building. The shape has been compared to a motorcycle helmet or Darth Vader's helmet. Inside there is a large boardroom, council hall, an exhibition downstairs which is also open to visitors, and a huge long spiral staircase through the huge glass dome. At the top of the building is an exhibition room also called the London Living Room with a great view. Occasionally this room is also open to the public.
4. Hearst Tower, New York.
Hearst Tower is the Platinum LEED certified global headquarters of Hearst, one of the nation's largest diversified media and information companies. The 46-story structure, which was designed by renowned architect Norman Foster and opened in 2006, rises nearly 600 feet above its landmark 6-story base, the International Magazine Building, originally built by William Randolph Hearst in 1928. The exterior of Hearst Tower boasts an innovative glass and steel diagrid design, which makes for a modern look that is unlike any other skyscraper in North America, and from top to bottom the tower has an emphasis on modern technology and sustainable design. Hearst Tower is the first building to receive a Gold LEED rating for core and shell and interiors in New York City. In 2012, Hearst Tower earned a Platinum LEED rating for existing buildings, becoming the first building to receive both Gold and Platinum certifications.
5. HSBC Main Building, Hong Kong.
The new building was designed by the British architect Lord Norman Foster and civil and structural engineers Ove Roop and Partners, J. Roger Preston and Partners Engineering, and was constructed by Wimpey International. From the concept to completion, it took 7 years, 1978 to 1985. The building is 180 meters high with 47 stories and 4 basement levels. The building has a module design consisting of 5 steel modules prefabricated in the UK by Scott Lithgow shipbuilders near Glasgow and shipped to Hong Kong. 30,000 tons of steel and 4,500 tons of aluminium were used. The original design was heavily inspired by the Douglas Gilling-designed Qantas International Centre in Sydney, currently known as Suncorp Place.
6. Torre de Collserola.
To fill a communications requirement for the 1992 Olympic Games in Barcelona, Foster Plus Partners built the Torre de Collserola to improve the broadcasting capabilities of the entire region. To work with the mountainside terrain, the architects propose a new hybrid concrete and steel braced tube, limiting the diameter to only 4.5 meters. Torre de Collserola proves the architecture firm's lasting commitment to functionality and an utmost devotion to environmental conservation besides.
7. World Port Center.
Foster Plus Partners World Port Center in Rotterdam forms part of the ongoing regeneration of the Wilhelminapier in the port area of south of Rotterdam city centre. The tower is located at the head of the zone earmarked for dense urban high-rise development in Foster Plus Partners' 1993 master plan. This new 32-story office building, 124 meters high, with spectacular views overlooking the River Maas, will house the headquarters for the Rotterdam Harbour Authority and other commercial tenants. The design has a twin tower configuration, shaped in plan with a dramatic curved facade to the west. The 2 towers have different heights and are linked by a glazed lift lobby running all the way up the building, creating a vertical axis to the north and south facades. Providing 40,000 meters of office accommodation, the building is spatially very efficient. The round form provides a maximum floor area for a minimum envelope, thus decreasing heat gain and loss. Horizontal window bands on the typical floors allow a panoramic view, and light shelves around the entire circumference of the building act as both sunshades and sun scoops, reflecting light deep into the offices while reducing solar gain through shading the lower section of the window. This system, together with high-performance clear glass and daylight-controlled lighting, will reduce the need for artificial light, thus minimizing energy consumption. Absorption cooling using waste heat from the district heating system contributes to the internal climate of the building. This could be the closest summary of architect Norman Foster, so we hope you like it. If you have reached the end of the video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel to receive all our news.